I'm gonna show you my music video that I recorded here in the comfort of my home, and then I'm gonna show you the behind the scenes of how I did it. So make sure to stick at the end so you can see the behind the scenes of this music video. Enjoy. So that was the music video that I was able to record in the comfort of my home in this little kind of extra room that we have for kind of storage and for my backdrop. I appreciate that you got this far to watching the video, and I hope that you enjoyed the music and the music video itself. So I want to run down a little bit of how I shot this video in the comfort of my own home and what I did for the editing and everything for the post-processing after filming it. First things first, we have the ZV-E1 with a 7 Artisan 50mm f1.8. Then the A7cii Mark II with the Tamron 20-40, and then my A7 IV with the 35-150 at 100mm to just have a nice little backdrop right over here with the microphone with everything that I was able to use. I also used the Tamron 200X for my only light because I actually turned off this light just to make sure that I would only have this light. See, now that it's turned off, this is how it looks in here as I would be doing for the music video. So the main thing for the music video that I wanted to do is kind of do it in more in the one take style with multiple angles. That's the reason why I had those kind of cameras set up that way, so that I could have different angles off of one go, so I can just splice footage around differently just to have different takes in a sense, so that I could kind of keep the attention going faster as I would change angles and essentially the framing for between each camera that was set up. I did this for the takes when I was just simply singing along to the music, as well when I was doing it for playing the guitar and everything to add a little bit of a contrast. The reason why I wanted to do a white shirt for which is the singing and then a black shirt with the playing the guitar is just to differentiate basically the playing and everything, to add a little bit of contrast between both, since essentially whenever I play music live, I'm actually the singer and guitarist. So if you didn't know, I actually, obviously now getting to this part, I used to be a touring musician, doing it full time and everything, and then COVID hit and everything. I just kind of started picking up YouTube a lot more in photography, so that's how I came up to be with this. But I've done the Rise of the Broken since I was about 16 years, so it's been a little bit of a hot minute since I've done it, and I've been, contemplating releasing this music for quite a while, and finally have gotten to get to do it. I was just sitting on this record for quite a while. Life happens, obviously the passing of my dad and everything. Kind of lost motivation with that, but now kind of just want to do it in a sense of honor with him, since I released a song on July 25th on his birthday. But I didn't really get to do a music video for it yet, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it now. And yeah, this is the whole purpose of this video. So one of the things that also is quite nice is having these like atmosphere aerosol sprays. I was gonna use my fog machine because it adds it a little bit heavier, but I didn't want it to be too heavy in here, especially because it was gonna be a closed environment. Since, the door over there, I was gonna close it. Didn't want it to be too hectic with that aspect. And I just wanted to have a hint of it, and the fog machine is a little bit heavier than with just this. It's more controllable, especially since it's a small, room. It just worked out nicer to add a little bit of dimension within the shot, since I knew that I was gonna have just this backdrop for just essentially the video. And now you might be wondering, but doesn't the backdrop cut off right here? How was I able to kind of fill it up more? So when it comes down to that, the reasoning of why I was able to do it and how I was able to achieve it was to make sure that I would stay within the frame itself. If you see, I would try to put the microphone more up here, and me myself just kind of stay within the orange part, because the beautiful thing about generative AI with Photoshop is that I'm able to just mask this area to just expand it. And then another trick that I was able to do with the other angles that wouldn't make sense is just simply zoom in like how I am right now to make sure that everything is filled up in the frame as much as possible when it comes down to the orange background, so that I'm able to just not have to worry about adding generative AI, because it's very limited as well. You're able to do it, but the situation is if you move too much out of the frame or anything like that, now you start kind of clashing with the generative AI because you have to mask it. And for me personally, that was one of the things that I wanted to give myself enough room for. So I had to make sure that I either A, would have zoomed in ranges of lenses how I set it up, and then a little bit of a wider one for that establishing shot of myself with the generative AI to the backdrop, so it just looks a lot nicer. And now this is kind of a little bit of a funny thing, because I do have VFX and everything when it comes down to adding in post and everything, with whether it's like the film burns and everything like that, and a little bit of texture and whatnot. But there is something that I wanted to test out for myself that I thought would be kind of interesting to do, because to my knowledge, I don't know if anybody has ever used it before, but I wanted to do this myself. So my thing was to use the app called Unfold. And this is where it got a little bit tricky, where you could use it as essentially just my VFX mode of things. So look, if we're here where I'm putting it, I had to go manually myself, clip up the exact same length of what this all was down here with an Unfold, do it first in Premiere Pro, export each individual clip to then piece it together here, so that if I play it through, you can see it this way. And it essentially did all my VFX for me, which was the nice part about it all, because at the end of the day, it saved me so much more time. Despite having to do the individual clippings down here, it also helped me out to just not have to do a lot of post-production with the VFX style within the kind of scenario of what this was providing, with essentially just having more of the kind of the paper effect for it. And essentially you could be wondering, why would I do this? Because you could lose quality or anything like that, because essentially I'm taking my 4K footage, importing it onto Unfold, and then exporting it again into whatever Unfold decides to do. despite of me wanting to have the best resolution to a certain degree. Well, in reality, I just wanted to have something that would be within a budget that I could do with my own cameras, because I know somebody's gonna say, well, you have the cameras accessible to you. But to be honest, I would have done the same thing if I had one camera or whatever. I would have been able to just go ahead and sync everything together how I did with this. Essentially, in Premiere Pro, you can just kind of like put all the clips together and sync them. Since I had to do it multiple times with different times that I did it, that's just how it worked out. And that made me the ability just to be able to have a different type of vibe to the video, because I don't know who else would do it for a full-on video. Then I use it for their story, because I had to flip the footage in post first to then send it to myself, because it's for a story vertically, send it back to me, and then bring it back horizontally. So it's kind of a little bit of a neat trick that I just decided to try out and see how it would play out. And for me, I think it just turned out pretty cool. I thought it added a lot of effect throughout the music video. Whether it was a little bit repetitive or not, it kind of didn't matter to me. I just wanted to add as well like the film burns and other kind of stuff that I could add in post within that footage itself, just to make it more, I guess, eye-catching for the audience and have fun with it that way. But that's essentially the rundown of how I filmed that music video within this room alone, and using generative AI from Photoshop to expand the background, as well as using Unfold to do a little bit of the VFX style from my music video, plus adding in my secret sauces here and there throughout with the film burns and anything that I could just muster up within the video itself with slow shutters and things of that sort, just to add a little bit more dimension within the video itself. But that's basically how I was able to create a music video at home within a budget with all the gear that I currently have for myself, to make something, you know, actually kind of cool in my opinion for my music video for The Rise of the Broken. So hopefully you enjoyed the music, hopefully you enjoyed the behind the scenes, and it's really great to, you know, put this music out, and it's been a lot of fun. So thank you for anybody that watched it and got this far. It's really nice to see that people care. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.